Hi, my name is Alexis Adams. I am a therapist and a coach that specializes in work with parents. And I had the opportunity to work with Cameisha on a one-to-one basis, as well as in her private practice ready program. So where I started was honestly, I was just overwhelmed with a ton of different information. I've worked with coaches previously who put a lot of emphasis on social media, and yet I wasn't seeing a lot of movement when it came to new lead generation, getting a full pipeline, those sorts of things. I would have inconsistent income. I wouldn't see very much in the sense of I'd get a client here, go a couple weeks or months without a client. And so I wanted to have a little bit more consistency when it came to my income, when it came to my client load, both for my therapy practice as well as my coaching practice. And so that's kind of where I started. That's why I reached out to Kamisha in particular. I was feeling a little overwhelmed with all the information. So between coaches that I'd work with, I'm a big podcaster. I love reading books related to business and that sort of thing. There was just a lot of information and a lot of ideas, and it was hard for me to really know how to execute or know what was going to add the most value. So especially as a mom of three myself, I don't have a lot of extra time, even though my private practice is my full-time thing. I don't have full-time hours when it comes to committing to my business. And so I had to make the most of the time that I had, and I needed to know what to do and where to focus my energy. And Kamisha really gave me that perspective. So it was really helpful for me to be able to kind of touch base with her of, hey, I'm having this idea, or what does this mean when it comes to what you covered in the courses? Or here's something that I was thinking of. What would this look like in terms of my business? How does this help me or not help me? Where are my blind spots and what's kind of holding up my funnels? Those sorts of things. That was the most helpful for me, particularly just being able to get access to her and have some space to kind of have as a sounding board. A lot of my stuff is mindset stuff, and so even though that's not her specialty necessarily, or that's not how she markets herself, she helped me get through some of those mental blocks in order to execute the action of business related tasks that I really needed to get going or get to do. Biggest financial wins and non-financial wins, though, when it comes down to it, are, I was able to have, I think, over 4 leads within my first month working with her. I continue to have a path of generating leads, building those relationships, filling up pipelines, that sort of thing, even after my work with her. And so that was a huge win for me, given, just in general, like I was making more each month when it came to my revenue. So that was a big win for me, is like slowly each month I increased my revenue after working with Kamisha. Um, I would say that anyone who is on the fence about working with Kamisha in particular, or any coach, it's helpful to get support. We can have all these sorts of ideas, we can have all these plans, but unless we're actually putting them to action, we're not going to get very far. We're not going to get the outcome from that. And Kamisha is really helpful in pushing you in just the right way at just the right moment to take that action and to make it work, make all those things that you've been, conspiring and planning and all of that, put it into place so that you can actually grow the income in your business. I would highly recommend Kamisha. I look forward to working with her again. And I've just really loved the way my business and my confidence has grown in our work together.